another main thing that is we will be recapitulating all the things that we have learned so far. So from this, we'll directly get to the start. So I'll be presenting my screen now. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you. So directly start with the Android Studio. In this, we don't have any code or any such thing for now. As in last two sessions, I would start with a code. But in this, as we are going to recap everything that we have learned so far, so we'll get started right away. So as this is the Android Studio page, as we all know, and I would again start with how to get to this page. First, we can go to File, New, and New Project. Means here File, New, and New Project. Here you can see a list of options, templates that you can use. You can use any one, but in this also we are going to use an empty activity template. Then we'll click on next, and this is the name of the application. Here I have already made a new page, so the name I have given is Android Trivia Quiz, but you can give any name to your application. And once you do that, you just have to select the language Kotlin. There are two options, Kotlin and Java. And as Android Studio is mainly based on, means we are learning Kotlin language here, so we'll use Kotlin, and we'll click on this button, use legacy Android support libraries, because we'll have to use the support libraries here, and just click finish button. So this page will be made. I'm not clicking finish because I already have this page. Now we'll start with the first page. We'll start the designing of this page. So this is the default page, means default user design. So we'll start with text view. Here in header, instead of hello world, we'll be writing Android Trivia Quiz. Now I want to increase the text size, so just I'll write T, and here I have text size. We can use it like 30 SP. I think it is fine. And text color, I just use it's green. Here I'm just using anything, but in the left hand side you can see a small box. So I'll click on there, then I'll go to custom and just select green. Just remember, guys, that we are revising all the things that we have learned. So if you have forgotten, you can just do it again. And also before starting, as you all know that it is constraint view, so we have to constrain the layout, otherwise it will not look good. But this is already constrained here. Here is the text view, so I'll just copy paste again it. Why am I copy pasting this? The main reason is that, as we all know, means the text above was already constrained. You can always use this text, means you can drag this text here again, but if you do that, you'll have to constrain it again. But if you just copy paste the thing again, it will already be constrained. So I have just copy pasted again, and I'll just change it again to like email. As I have copy paste, the email option is on the top of Android Trivia Quiz in the design. You can just drag it. I'll just position this whole thing. As I've already constrained, the lines you can see here, the blue lines, it shows that the text we all made is already constrained. Here, instead of green email, I'll just change it to black. Now, as we know that I want the user to means I want that the user writes. So here I'll use edit text. The edit text option allows the user to write whatever they want. Here in the layout with, we'll just use wrap content. As you can see, the edit text is red, that shows that it is the error, but that error is just that we have not constrained the text now. So we'll do that afterwards. Here we'll write hint, Android hint, and here we'll write email. So I changed the wrap content to match parent because I want the line here. As you can see on the above of the page, you can see email with a line. In wrap content, it was not showing like this, but I want that the user knows where to write, and there is a line provided, so that. And now I'll have to constrain it. I'll just constrain it again. And the other way to constraint is like do all the zeros, means here is the constraint widget. Here you have to write all the zeros. Here, as you can see in the bottom, it's 150. So instead of that, you can just do 0. It will be constrained. You can use your mouse also, and you can use this layout option also. It's based on your convenience. I'm showing you both the methods so you won't be confused again. I'm just adjusting it. Now this is one thing that we have done. Now I want the same thing again, means I'll again use the edit text option. For this, I'll just copy paste it again because this edit text option is already constrained. Here, let us write password. It's copy paste, and here instead of email, I'll write password. The text in the password is already constrained, so here I'll just adjust it again. So as you can see our page, it looks good, I think. And here the email and password is that user will enter their email and password. Here in this, let's give it a number here. So it's like 300 SP. The line is too big. It completely depends on how you want to look the design page. I'm just here changing the numbers, and it's all based on trial and error method. You have to just keep trying numbers until it fits perfectly. So again, I'll just copy paste the text view, and instead of email here, I'll just write password. So this is how it looks. Now, as we all know, when we make a trivia, means if there is a quiz page, if we forget the password, we want that the sign shows come up that do not have an account sign up. So I will again use text view here. So I'll just copy paste the whole thing again. And instead of email, we'll just write do not have an account, sign up. It is already constrained. You can always drag the text view option from the palette, but you will have to constrain everything again and again. So I recommend that you always copy paste the thing. Now the main thing that we are going to learn about this is your button. So here we can use button. Let's drag the button option here. In the code section, we can see the code of button has already here. So I'll just write here in constraint first the button. First, I showed you on how to constrain with the attribute section 0000. Then other the ways like you can just drag all the corners and to all the sides of the page. Now it is constrained. Now in the button, I want to change button to login. So instead of button, let's write here login. And in the ID, we can just change it to BTN, means short form of button if you want. Completely depends on you. I think the login size is small, so just first we can change the background of login. Let us choose a color. For me, I think I'll again choose the green. I think this looks fine. Now let us import an image. Now we are recalling the thing, so I'll show you again. Every time you use an image, you have to import it from your from your downloads. And always remember, when you're downloading your image file, you have to download an PNG file from Google. I've already downloaded some of the pics, so just import it again. You'll have to go to Resource Manager, that is on the left hand side corner. Then add the plus button. From that, you go to Import Drawables. And in import drawables, here there are many of the drawables, many of the pics PNG file that I've downloaded. But here I want a question mark PNG that I'll just click on OK. Then I'll just click next and import. This will help to import the drawable from the download to the means my Android Studio. As you can see here, one version of it is imported. Now I want to use it. So I'll just image view option. I'll just drag it again here from the palette, and you can see here that it's already drawable file is here. I'll just click on it and click OK. So this is very big, so I'll just constrain the size here again. You'll have to adjust it. Again, as it is image view, also the image also you will have to constrain it later, but first you can adjust the size and then you can constrain it. We just constrained it this here. The image we have is already constrained here. So this is how our first page looks. We can try and how it, we can run the first page and see how it is seen. I will again use Visor. So as you can see here, the Gradle build running. So it means the program is processing. It will take some time during your first try, because once the program gets the hang of it, it will do it faster for the other runnable programs. But first time it will take some time, and it will depend on system to system how much time it takes. It may take 5 minutes, it may also take 10 minutes, but you just have to wait. So here the install is coming. So I think means the system has built the Gradle, and we can see the success operation succeeded. So I'll just go to search and type Visor. I'll again tell you what Visor is. Visor is an inbuilt app in most of the Windows laptop, and for it to run on your mobile phone, you'll have to install the Visor app in your mobile phones also. Then only you'll be able to see from your mobile to the laptop. You can always use AVD, means means Android virtual device or emulator, as you may say. Let's view. This is the screen of my phone, and this is our page as we have made. As what is edit button does, that you can text here anything you want, like our email and the password here. It depends on whatever you can see. I'm just typing anything, but for you to see, This page we have done. Now what we are going to do is, as you can see here, the login button. I want that when I press this login button, it guides me to the next page that I want. Here when I'm clicking on the login button, it is not means doing anything. But now we'll make another page, and when we click on login button, it will guide us to another page. So we'll get on to that process. So I'll close this now. Now for that, you want that login button to work. For that, what we'll do is we'll go to the file, we'll go to new, and here we'll do activity. What is activity? The next page that we want, and we'll go to the empty activity again. When we do that, here we'll again give the page that we did, and here we'll give the name home page. I'm giving it home page for my convenience. And then always remember that you will have to click the launcher activity option and then click the finish button. As you can see, the home page KT has been made and the home page XML has been made. What is KT? KT is just Kotlin. Here you can write your program. Now what is here home page XML? It is the design that we all make. You can see it is plain, it is nothing, but first we'll do the user, means we'll make the design of our second page. How I want my second page to look when I press the button, means the login button that we had in our first page. So let's start with text view again. Here in text view, let's write base, means I want a question. So we can just write base class for layout. As we making an app that is means Android trivia quiz. What is this app? That there is a question and there are 4 options, and someone has to answer the question, and we'll have to submit. So for that we'll need a question. So I'm just writing any question like what is the base class for layout, and I'll have to constrain it again. I've constrained my text and just we'll size the text again as it's very small. I'll just like size and we'll give it 30 SP. And with the color, text color, let it be black. So now I'll just position the text again where I want it to be. Now as this, and now I want 4 options. So for the options, I'll use the buttons. In button, we have here all the options, image button, checkbox, but we'll use radio group. So just click on radio group and drag it here. Now you will have to constrain this first. Always remember, constraint is a very important part because if you don't do it, you will not get the same exact design on your mobile when you run the program. Here on the code section, we have the radio group. Now we'll use radio button. We'll have to close the radio group first. For using the radio button, you'll always have to start with radio group because it is the radio group, means radio button is the sub part of radio group. If you directly use the radio button option, it will not come out as same. So here after giving the radio group command, I'll use radio button. I'll just drag it again here. As you can see here, the radio button has now come. You can take 4, means I want here 4 options, so I'll just take all the 4 here. Now I'll go to the code section, and as you can see all the red marks here, it is just because it is not constrained, there is no other error, and the end section, I'll just take it to the end and write radio group. Now, as you can see, as we have done this, all the radio button have been already constrained. It is so because in the radio group earlier we have constrained it, and we have put all the radio button under one section, that is radio group section. Now I'm just adjusting it. Now I just just change the name. The other way to do this is, once you constrain one, you can always copy paste the same as we have done with the text view. It will be much easier. Now it will depend on you how you want your things to run. If you want to increase your task, you can do this, or you can just copy paste the radio button and just change the text view whenever and however you like. You will know your text is constrained when all the four blue cricket lines appear. Okay, so now everything is constrained. Now we'll just change the text. So first radio group, we'll give the base layout, base class for layout will give options like, first we'll write view collection. Secondly, we'll write view root. Third, we'll write view group. And for the last option, we'll write view set. I've done a small mistake, means you don't have to give the space bar in between, as these are the commands. You have to use the camel method. It's like the first letter of all the words should be capital. I'll just do the means. Now I just increase the sizes. It looks small to me. I'll just write size and like 20 SP. I just copy paste the Android text size in everything. One thing I like about this is I can copy paste anything and it will work here. It is much easier, and it makes your task also easy. So here I have done, I have made my second page. Now what we'll do is, like, we'll again add an image here, but for that also I'll have to import again. For every image you use, you always have to import the project. If you import once, then you close the Android Studio, then also you'll have to import the project again when you once close the Android Studio. Here I just use Android logo, and I'll just click OK. And then next, and import. So the Android logo has been imported. So I'll just close this, and then I'll use here my image view option. And as you can see here, the Android logo, I'll just click on OK. And here we have our image. I'll just constrain it again once. I've constrained and I'll just use. Now here after this we'll again use a button. For this button, we'll give the submit, we'll give it with the text should be submit here. Once we select the option that is correct for this question, we'll submit a response. We'll just constrain it again. Now let's we can change the background of submit. We can just write BG. I can use any color for now, and then I can always change it with custom. So now again, let's see our program. How does it look? We have here, we used here, again, I'll start from the top. First, we wrote the text view that we gave the question for the layout we want. Then we used radio group. Then the radio button option for the options that we needed. Here the radio group is been here, so we'll just take it to the end of radio button. Here the closing of the radio group should be after every radio button option. This may take a while because it may happen sometimes. You'll have to do this all over again. Because when you drag the button option, the radio the close of the radio group will always move up, and you'll always have to rearrange this. But we will not have to constrain it again because we had already constrained it. We just have to position it. Now we'll try to run this page. Now we'll try to run this page. We are first making two individual pages, and then I'll show you the code on how to merge those pages. How to go from first page to second page. But always remember this, how we made this page. There are two options. First, you can go to File, then New, then Empty Activity Template that I showed you earlier. And the second is for one, you can go to App, then you can go to App, Resources, and then Layout. I'll show you here the second way to make the second page. You can go to first way is that you can go to File, New, and the Activity, and then Empty Activity Empty Activity Template. This one you will have to use when you have to go use the code for one page to another page. As you can see, our program has already run, so I'll show you on the phone once. How does it look? So this is the page we have made now. So as you can see, for the radio button group, we have choose. So I can just choose anything, and as you can see here, the green dot, it will show what we have chosen. So the radio button group means radio button helps us to select whatever we want. So now this is the second page. Now we learn how to link these two pages. Now, to link to these two pages, firstly we'll go to our first page, that is main activity main. This is the XML page. XML page means that you can design here your user means design phase. You can here do that. But in order to write the code, we'll always have to go to the main activity.kt. What is here KT? KT is the Kotlin. Now I'll write a code that you can use to activate your button in the first phase, that is the login button. So after here we can always write val button. The means I've already taught you in first class about the what is val and the difference between val and var. But here we'll use the val as I want the specific button option. And then I'll write find view. I'll just like I have the first of find view by ID. What is find view by ID? As we know in the activity main XML in the button section, I had changed the name of ID to BTN. It is because I wanted to write here BTN. So in the ID button, I'll just write here button, and in the bracket, I'll write r.id.btn. It is because in the means design phase, I had given the ID name BTN. Then I'll write button dot set on click listener. It is the first option. In second option, you can see here view. Now what is set on click listener? Set on click listener is just another program that you have to use when you are changing from one page to another or one activity to another. This set on click listener program is very much important. It is same as VAL, VAR or any other program that you use. But for this particular program, means for this particular activity, for changing one page to another, you have to use set on click listener. And before that, we have used button because we are using set on click listener on a button. You can always use this on any other, means you can also use it in radio button if you want. But here, as we have chosen the login button, so we'll use set on click listener on button. Then we'll here write again VAR intent is equals to intent bracket package content Now, why I have written here home page? Because the second page we have given name is home page. Whatever you give name to the second page, you have to use here because you are going from first page to second page. That is, we are going from main activity page to the second home page. So here I have written home page, and then I'll just use class Java. Now this is a code. This is a code that you'll have to remember if you want to go from one page to another page. There is no explanation needed. But the main explanation about set on click listener and the home page I have showed you. The last line we'll write is start activity. And that is the first option. Okay. Now this is the code that we have to write when we want our button to be used. Now we'll again go through the code again. So as you can see here, we have used VAL button. We have used VAL button here because I want the specific button to work. And then I have given a code find view by ID. I don't means I want to means the I want this button to work, so I have used this means view ID, and the view ID we have made is btn. Then we'll use the button dot set on click listener. Set on click listener program is very much needed because without this it will not work. Then we'll use the code val intent, and with intent I'll use this comma home page. Home page because I have given the second page name home page. And then we'll have to use the class Java because this class Java is in the inbuilt libraries. Now we'll just run the program again to see if this code works. As you may have noticed that for the first program to run, it was taking a time. It was taking time, but here now it is doing early. So now we'll again you see the visor. So this is my phone screen. As you can see, there are two apps here. It is because one you see it is of the second page that we made. But then if we use this, we'll just again write email. I'll just write anything. I'll write my name here, and in the password also I'll write my name. We'll click the login button here. And as you can see, we can easily change this here. And I'll again use the same button. Now, what if I want to submit this into the third page? We'll have to use this process again. So we'll just close it again and we'll just make a third so that this submit button can be used. Now, for this, we'll again use the same method, that is we'll go to file, new, activity and empty activity. Here for this we'll just give the name here answer, and then we'll launch our activity and then we'll finish it. So here the project is syncing. So this you can see we have again two answer XML file and then answer KT. So in the answer XML, we first design the view that we want. So we'll just use here text view again. Just we can try to give it like if the answer is correct, we'll give this page congratulations that your answer is correct. So we'll just write the text here, congratulations. And we'll just give 3 exclamation points. Now first we'll constrain this view. Now let us increase the size, it is very small. And we'll position it like downwards. Now we'll again use some color. Now let us use some image for this page too. So now we'll again go to resource manager and we'll import an image. Go to import drawables and there is an Android True image. So we'll just okay. And then we'll click on next and then import. So here my photo is image has been imported. So now I'll again use the image view. and choose this option. I'll just reposition it according to me, however I want this. I'll constrain it. And for now, listen. If we want to change the background of an means page, we'll have to go in the main Android page. Means we'll not write in the text view or in image view. We'll go above the text view and we'll in the Android support constraint means here layout, and then here we'll write BG, that is background, and we'll choose the color. Here we'll just use any color, like we use here green. But then I'll have to change the text view background. So just I'll change the background of text view also, because it is merging with the background of the layout. So here I use this. Now, as I want that the homepage section goes to means answer XML. So now in the homepage KT, what we will do? We will write the same code again. In the main activity, this is the code. I'll just copy paste it. But before that, we'll have to go to the answer homepage KT. Homepage means we first copy paste the option, and then we'll go to the homepage XML and we'll see what is the button ID. Here button ID we have given the full button. We'll just change it to let us change it to submit only, because it is much easier for us to remember also. So here I have changed the button ID to submit. Now we can go to the homepage KT, and as you can see here it is BTN. We'll just change it to submit because we have just changed our ID. We use to submit, and here in the homepage section, instead of homepage we will write answer, because now we want that the second page goes to the third page, and that is the answer page. Other than that, the whole code is the same. We have just changed the button ID and then the page that we want this program to go. So we'll just try again running this program. It is installing. As it is already installed, we'll again use and see. Run, and you can see you'll able to see my homepage button. Then as you can see, now we have gotten here 3 apps. So you can just see that the last we have done is the third page that we have recently made. And we can see the first here, that is our email. I'll again write my email here, anything. And I'll just log in. See, and now I just select the correct answer. For this correct answer is view collection. And then I'll submit again. And here we are on a third page. So this is the way that you can change your pages from one page to another. And here it is only the 4-line code that you need to remember. Now we see on how to change the logo of an app. As we've already done in the last, but I'll show you again how we can change the icon of your app. For that, we'll have to first um, download a pic. So I have opened in Google. I have we'll just to go to quiz, and here I have already chosen a picture of that. As you can see in the Google, I have typed quiz PNG images, and then I'll just do a save image as. And then I'll give it file name as quiz. I'll just save it to this PC, and in local disk I have Android Studio, and in that I'll save it in the app section. And here I have saved. Then I'll again go to Android Studio. And now as I want, as first we can just import the files. We can just go to here and then import drawable. Here is the as we can see, it is the JPG file, so we'll have to do it again. We are not using JPG because it will not support, means Android Studio will not support a JPG file, and it may means have to start our whole program too. If you use a JPG file for the icon we want to use, then the app we have made can also be in problem. So we just use a PNG file. I'll again check if it is the PNG or JPG. Again, I'll just save it to here. This is also JPG file. I don't think this has the PNG file. This is the PNG file, so let us use this. Yes, again, that quiz one. Let us go to Android Studio and let's again means import this image, import drawables, and then you will use quiz one PNG file. We'll import this and we'll do next and import. Now let us do. Now for icon change, you go to search, and here you will write Android manifest.xml. Here you get this page. Now what you will do here is that here, as you can see in the application section, you can see your Android icon, Android label, round icon, and all that. So here in the there is a launcher that is the default option. Now we'll just erase it and we'll write drawable, that is quiz one that we have all drawn. This is how you can change your icon. In the means in the round icon also there is that is default section, that also you'll have to change. So remember, in the Android icon and Android round icon, you'll have to just change, and you'll have to, first you'll have to import, and then just like write DRAW in the drop down section, it will give you the thing that you need. So now let us run and see if our means icon has changed or not. It is already done, so let us see. I'll just show you in the visor how my phone screen looks. As you can see here, all the three have been changed. Here, this is the third file. This is the second page that we have made. And this is the overall that we have made. The another thing we can do in the Android manifest file is you can change the name of your app. If you have already made a file and then you think that you don't have the good name for your app, but you have to change it, so you can change it here in the Android manifest file. If you have not changed in the my application one, here as you can see in the Android label, it is the like Android trivia quiz. Instead of that, you can just erase it and write anything you want. And let's write my quiz. Okay, in here, so we'll just try run it again. So we can see this success means operation is success. So we'll just run again and see. You can see the name of the app has also been changed. The icon has also been changed. And in the Android manifest file, you can change anything. Now we'll learn on how to change the theme. And what is theme? As you can see here, the my quiz section, it is purple. I don't want it to be purple. I want it to be anything, I mean, other than purple or any other color. This is the theme of my app. So how can we change it? We can see here. So again, we'll go to search and we'll here write color, means color XML file. So here you can see in the resources that here all the means on the left hand side, as you can see, there are small boxes. Now we can see this purple here. So we can just go to here and change the custom, and we can change this. We can choose green here. So just close it again. So we'll see in the visor how does it look on changing the theme. So here is the MyQuiz app, and as you can see here, the MyQuiz theme has been changed to green as we have done that earlier. So this is what we have learned today. I'll just close it for now. This is the app that we have learned it for today. So um, now the last thing that I'm going to show you is how you can extract your file from GitHub. So as you know that we don't have all the codes that we want to write. So if we don't have the code, but we already have a pre-developed code in the GitHub section, and we want that to run in our Android Studio, how we can do that? We'll just go to the GitHub. Here I have already opened the file. Here, as you can, if you don't know what GitHub is, you can also you can always means see the YouTube or Wikipedia. So here we'll go to code. This is the code of an already made Android trivia app. Means here is the code that means the same app that we have made earlier. Here is the code of that app. I have made the app, but this app we can directly extract it from here, and we can see we can make the edits in Android Studio. So here what we'll do, we'll here download the zip file. We'll just download it. And we'll also copy the means link here. As you can see, our file has been downloaded. We'll just open it. Here we have two options. Now in the second, we'll just open it. And as you can see here, you have many of the means all the files that you need for the code. Now we'll again go back. What you'll do, you'll right click here and you can see here extract to specified folder. Here then you'll use here desktop and then you just click you here do new folder and you give new folder name. Here I'll give Android Trivia and you'll just click OK. Now the files from the GitHub have been extracted into the new folder. So now we'll close this and see where is it. As we have extracted it in the desktop, so we'll see how does it look. As you can see here, the Android Trivia app has been extracted here. Now we'll again go to the Android Studio and we'll go to the file, new, and we'll just use here project from version control. As you may remember that we have copied the URL earlier, so we'll just paste it here and then we'll clone that URL. As you can see here, the cloning source has been in the process. It may take some time depending on how big the file is. We'll just use it in the new window. As you can see, the file has been extracted here. You can just go to the, you click here. You can double click on the here functions. As you can see, all the files we have here. If you want to open some, we can just do it like I'll use this file. Once I click here, I'll go to app, then SRC. We'll go to the main, resources, and just I'll go to the layout, and then we'll have here XML files. We can use any XML file that we want to edit or use. For this, we'll have to sync the Gradle. So we can also use any other of the, you can also always you can do the same by clicking on any of the files that you have extracted. You can always go to app, resources, layout, and then XML file, and then you can edit the same from there. So this is the thing where you extract any of the existing files from GitHub to Android Studio. So this is it for today, and I think everyone might have understood what we have what I have taught. As this was our last session, and I had done my best to teach you all, so I think this was good and this might help you in future. So and thank you for you all, and may you benefit from this in your future.
Thank you
Okay,
for
so from our side, thanks to everyone for joining. You may now leave the call.